this is Prometheus giving you another head-to-head gameplay. Gonna be rolling with the Jets again, trying to get off the snide. Actually had 2 losses in a row, just close games, came down to the very last seconds, overtime the first one and the second one. Gonna be going against the best team in Madden with the Dallas Cowboys against Lilly 814. I don't know if it has anything to do with Bob Lilly or just a coincidence. So I'm going to have my hands full with this guy's offense with Zeke Elliott and basically all the good players in this team. I'm going to have to go ahead and make sure that I've got some of my better players on my roster just to give myself an advantage. So let's go ahead and jump into our roster real quick. Alright, so Eric Decker's in my lineup, but maybe he doesn't play in the game if they're actually injured. Before, in past ranked games, you were able to go ahead and put guys that are injured. So we're going to come out of the single back ace, and we're not going to do stretch plays. We're going to actually go ahead and use on a halfback dive and see what kind of defense he's in. So he is in, it looks like a 43. There you go. So nice little block right there. God, that should have been more yards right there, but it didn't pick them up. There was just a block shut off my offensive line. So this line is really not that good, and it really translates well to my draft championship team because it doesn't have a good offensive line either. So just going to go ahead and stay with the inside run. I'm going to do the fullback belly. And this time I got a tip from one of my subscribers. I'm going to go ahead and try holding my left trigger before I snap the ball. There you go. So able to go ahead and pick up a couple yards. Nothing big right there. The hole was there, but just got shut down. So third down situation right here. 3rd and 5 is short yardage. Going to go into gun. Bunch weak, and we're going to come out in the jet switch, but we're going to go into stick. He presses his guys. Here we go. Good catch by my wide receiver to go ahead and get a first down. He went into man and pressed, and was able to go ahead and get a nice little first down right there. So that works out for me. And he went into Overstorm Brave Blitz. Let's go. We're going to go into a gun. Y slot. We're going to hit him with the run with the power O. There you go. So nice run by Forte, but I actually went ahead. Didn't have complete control of my running back right there. So able to go ahead and hit him with all 4 formations and get a couple of first downs. So we're going to go ahead and take that. We're going to come out in Z spot. We're going to flip the play and streak up Marshall. And my backside tight end, Safarian Jenkins, I'm going to put him on a slant. Man coverage. There you go. And Bosic's able to go ahead and get myself a nice little first down right there. He stayed back in man coverage. He wanted to cover one robber, but I think I was actually going away from the robber position. Let's go to pistol again. And this time we're going to go ahead and hit him with the fullback belly. And I just want to keep showing that fullback belly to him. Just to make sure that he remembers it every time I get into these sets. Let's go into the counter Y. And I might be able to get myself an extra blocker over here. Come on. God, I'm just getting chased down on the back end right there with those counters. That's one of the reasons why I don't like counter plays, is because of those particular situations. There you go. So nice little quick little out route. I think he was back in man, probably went into a blitz. No, I wanted to cover 3 buzz. All right, so let's go back. Let's go into gun again. We're going to do the split Y snugs. And we're going to come out of the slip screen. There we go. So good blocking right there. Unable to get past that last defender, but actually he's going to go ahead and think about that slip screen. So went ahead and threw that into the scheme. Go back to the single back ace. Let's go ahead and hit him with ace posts. I'm going to fake a butt tap right here. And take that flat. If it's available to me, I'm going to go ahead and take that flat. So Bostic gets hurt, but I've got actually fairly good depth in the tight end position for at least a second string tight end. So doesn't look like a good situation right there as far as how he's feeling. I'm going to go back into the pistol again. This time I'm going to hit him with the motion spot. And the defender just came right down to that spot, to that swing route, and just took it away. So he was actually in a fire 2 zone. If I would have waited a little bit longer, I probably could have got some kind of a good play off of that if I would have waited a little bit longer. So let's do the Jets double trail. There you go. So that route took a little time to develop. I probably need to go ahead and put a slant on the backside of that because it just doesn't get the type of look that I'm looking for because the defender was actually in the area. Alright, so burned a full quarter on this drive. He probably doesn't feel too good about that. And we're going to come out and stretch. Do tight end seams. Did I get the first down? No. 4th and 3. So I lost yardage right there. There was a right play, just a bad pass right there. Alright, so I'm going to keep Bostic in, and then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my points. I don't want to throw away any kind of points on a first series. I haven't seen this guy's offense, and I've been pretty efficient on my offense, so that's probably the smart thing to do. Alright, so I got him down to the 21-yard line. We're going to go an over right away. Just hit him with, you go ahead and start with a sting pinch. There's a little outrun, and my linebacker's out there to go ahead and clean that up. So no hurry up offense right there, so that's actually a good situation. Staying the sting pinch here. There you go. So got the pressure off the edge. He went into play action, and this actually put me in a driver's seat right here in this situation. So feeling pretty good about that right now. And I got another pressure right there. Off the edge, unable to get the ball in the end zone, but that's okay. So I might be able to get this guy to quit out because he didn't use any kind of pass protection. He went into a play action. So we're going to go ahead and go into single back here. You know what? One of the things I don't like about this particular formation sets that I selected, I don't really have any kind of a dominating run formation. Even that, those yards right there were tough to get. So able to go up by a score right here, 10-0. Going to go ahead and kick the extra point. And he took the ball up to the 23-yard line. So we're going to go ahead and switch things up. Go solid against him. And actually was trying to come down to that guy. And did he drop it? He dropped it. All right, so that worked for me. And I didn't have anybody in that area. So I want to try to make an adjustment really quick, and I had a guys pulling out of the area, and I should have just reset my defense. So running game, actually, he's not having good success in his running game right here. Wow, fullback dive. I totally expected him to go outside. Wow, what a good play. Up. And all my guys missed their gaps. So I totally missed the gaps. I figured he was going to go on the inside. He wanted to power O. So I'm going to have to go ahead and stay in this defense right here. There you go. That works. Gauge 8. So I'm going to stay in gauge 8 if he keeps coming out of these goal line sets. Ah, good block right there. They go ahead and jumble up like that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep Revis in. 3rd and goal situation right here. He's going to go ahead and stay with the running game again. And he got in. Got in with a power O. On goal line situation, didn't get enough. He got some good push, and that, you know, with the Cowboys offensive line, you're going to get those type of things. So this went into a game that I actually could have pulled away, and then one big play or a couple big plays against me, and now he's back into this game, making it interesting against me. I got to go ahead and make sure I move the ball down the field. Got a minute 20 left, and basically and 3 timeouts. So I've got plenty of time to move the ball down the field to get into field goal range / touchdown. We're going to go ahead and stay in gun sets. We're going to go ahead and hit him with the spread slot. And slip screen is going to be, slip screen is going to be our base play. He's got a man look against me. And do deep outs. Oh, threw it right into coverage. Threw it right into coverage, actually forced the deep out. Man, I'm making bad decisions. I'm like really making bad decisions. I'm not making my correct reads on these particular plays, and I'm forcing my balls in. So I'm making bad decisions right now, and I'm giving my opponent an opportunity. So he's going to go back with... Stayed back with the run again. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the wide 9 here. Blitz. No defender in the area. Alright, so I did some crossing routes there. It didn't work out for him. He actually burns his last time out. He could be in some serious trouble right now if he tries to hit me up top. And did he catch it? No, he dropped the ball. Went to the outside right there. Did the play action again. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into big dime right here. Wow, he got so lucky. He totally got lucky in that particular play right there. That was a sack, and he was able to go ahead and dodge a sack. So I think that's one of those things when you play with bad teams, you're going to get those little. The better team is always going to get little breaks like that. But you could see on that particular play, I totally sacked him. These 3 points shouldn't have been on the board at all. Now, granted, I made a bad throw on that deep out. I forced it into double coverage. I didn't actually look at my progressions at all. I was just looking for that play the entire time, and I just threw it willy-nilly. So that was just a bad decision. So I have essentially turned this into a game, and I was up by 10-0. So that is not good play decisions by me. So he was in man coverage right there, and that's why that play doesn't work. So that that particular play, which is the fullback cross screen, it's good if you're working against an opponent that plays a lot of zone. And this guy's been mixing up his defense, his coverages pretty well. All right, so I actually thought I was getting the ball back in the second half, but I didn't realize I'm not. So I'm going to have to get a stop against this guy. And I had a couple opportunities to get a stop against him. Wow, look at... Is that Des Bryant in the backfield actually taking kickoffs? I think so. All right, so this guy's going to stay committed to the run. He's already got 44 yards. He's definitely going to go ahead and stay with the run. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a 4-4 split against him, cover 3 match. There you go. Able to go ahead and clean that run up. Didn't get any yards on it at all. There you go. Actually, had a bad throw right there. Able to go to get a nice little interception. My CPU actually grabbed it for me, so I was just in the right place at the right time. I just figured he was going to go ahead and try to attack me with a run. So we're going to come out in a halfback dive. Got a good break right there. All right, so picked up 4 yards in this particular situation. Going to stay back in the halfback dive. And he's off coverage, so we're going to go ahead and he presses. There you go. Easy first down with this little tight end seam. It's so easy. He's staying in Tampa 2. All right, so if he stays in Tampa 2, then I'm going to have to go ahead and hit him with ace posts. He came in a manual blitz right there. I didn't like the looks I was seeing, so he wanted to cover 3 buzz press. Just kind of playing with my mind right now. But I was able to go ahead and get a few yards on that. I'm going to stretch the outside. An inside run here. I'm going to go back to the stretch. And Marshall didn't block for me. Didn't block. The corner came right off and sealed me up. So it was cover 2. Must have been cover 2. Had to be cover 2 for the corner to be able to... Yeah, okay, so Tampa 2. So we're going to go into bunch weak. Going to stay in the jet switch. And some kind of pressure came out of nowhere. I think he might have manually went after me because he only sent 4 on the play art. But I'm going to go ahead and take the points. So I wanted to get a touchdown in that that situation, but I'm going to go ahead and take the points right there. And I'm struggling with this Tampa 2 defense. It's not giving me the looks I'm looking for. Basically those guys, those corners play really unique zones and just causes you a lot of problems. So if he comes out into a 21 package, which means 2 running backs and 1 tight end, I'm going to stay in the 4-4. If he jumps into like a 22, I might go into the 34. But if he goes into some kind of 11 package, which is one tight end, 1 running back, okay, so I'm going to stay in the 22, and I'm going to stay with cover 3 match. There we go. So stopping that run to the outside with the cover 3 match is going to help me dramatically. And I knew he was going to come back to play action. It's been his whole thing. He just goes into a running play, then does play action, and I was trying to set that blitz up, and it didn't work. It didn't work the way I wanted it to. Man, my defender was nowhere in the area, and I was in the wrong personnel. I should have switched out of that 44 or just blitzed him. There you go. Huge play by my defensive back right there. Tried to hit him with the pressure, and it worked out for me right there. He tried to hit the seam again with wide receiver corners. He caught it right in front of me? You gotta be kidding me. What a joke. Nice little route. He actually got picked up. He's blocking 4 against me, and that's actually causing some problem with the pressure I'm actually hitting him with. And he's going back into that goal line set again. All right, got to go and stay in this 4-4. There we go. So 3rd and 8 situation right here. All right, so he came up short. He went back to the play action again. And, you know, I'm not very impressed with this guy's scheme, but I'm playing down. I'm really struggling with this Jets playbook, and maybe I just didn't pick the right formations. That could be the case. So the score is tied 13-13. I just need one last drive. I need to milk this guy. I need to clock him and get the ball in through the uprights. So I got to finish this guy off. The last 2 opportunities I had to beat my opponents, I choked. So this is not going to happen this series. I'm better than this guy. I'm definitely going to beat him. So you just do a little trap play right here. I'll flip it. There you go. Didn't find the hole correctly. I danced a little bit. He went into Overstorm Brave. So this guy's really mixing up his play calling a lot. I'm going to do under as our base play. There you go. So able to go and pick up a first down right there. And just going to keep working the clock against this guy. Just a dive right here. That should shoot some of that clock down. Now I'm going to do play action in. This is an auto motion play. I actually made a bad read the last time with it, threw into coverage, got intercepted. So I got to make sure I do my right reads. And God damn it. Oh God, I'm freaking sucking at this playbook. I'm not doing good at all. And he actually overthrew his wide receiver, totally beat my man right there. Actually got myself in some serious trouble. He made the right read, he made the right call right there. So sticking to the run, smart play. There you go. Able to go and get a short field right here. All right, so he's going to punt. All right, so got the ball to the 20-yard line. Minute 55, minute 55, 3 timeouts left. Plenty of time to go ahead and beat this guy down the field. I'm playing down to my competition. I haven't really seen anything that has been extremely impressive. The guy's made a couple of good decisions, but it wasn't like this guy's been knocking my socks off as far as decision making he's making. All right, so we're going to go into stick. Streak up Smith. There you go. So he came in on a manual rush right there. And just a bad pass by my frickin' quarterback. I had him set up too. Another bad pass by Fitzpatrick. And is that another bad pass by Fitzpatrick? Yes. All right, so I'm not going to win this game, primarily because my quarterback is playing like shit. I'm throwing balls all over the frickin' plate. There you go. Huge play right there. That was a monster play for me. God, this game has been so frustrating so far with this team. Did he keep in bounds? I think he did. All right, so able to go ahead and pick up some yards right there, 6 yards. Getting into field goal range right now, so now I'm going to go ahead and start burning this guy's timeouts as soon as I get a first down. A tight end seam again. And that play is just money. All right, so let's start seeing those timeouts. All right, so I don't think he's going to be in man coverage. I think he's going to go into some kind of zone. And able to go get some positive yards. He burns another timeout. So this guy's not stupid because I'm able to go ahead and get this ball down to a third down situation. Actually, you know what? I think I'm actually in the driver's seat right here. We'll just switch into an inside zone. right, so right here, I'm in field goal range. I can go ahead and take the clock down. There's no reason to score. I'm just going to go ahead and just take the ball and just all right, so you're just going to take this down all the way down to the very end of the game and just kick a field goal. I just haven't played a very good game at all. It hasn't been good. And able to go ahead and get myself a victory with this Jets playbook. I didn't play good against this guy. I really struggled against this guy. Maybe I'm just missing an aspect in my game that I don't like. The pistol strong slot book. The fullback dive looked good on paper, but it doesn't necessarily get the best running. And I don't like a lot of the complement plays. I don't like the motion spot route because that little swing route doesn't really develop into something that's very dangerous for me, or just maybe not executing it correctly. The under is actually a fairly good play, and the fullback cross screen is just so risky. And then a cross weak flood, that's really your only base audible, so that's not the best audible to work with. But I'm able to go and pull off a victory, but I don't. I definitely don't feel good about this because I was up on this guy 10-0, and I let this guy back in the game. I made a lot of bad decisions. I threw a lot of bad balls, so able to pick up a victory against this guy. But I don't think I really outplayed this guy too much. He definitely stayed with me. He was in a freaking goal line in multiple situations, which is extremely unorthodox. And I had to go ahead and jump out of certain defenses, and I had to get out of some of the defenses I broke on. The sting pinch really didn't work too well for me, and the solid trio sky zone, which looks good on paper, that wasn't effective at all. And I didn't really use a lot of the nickel 3-3-5 wide strong Sam blitzes because that just does have a kind of a tell, so that actually didn't work out for me either. So. To my subscribers, I hope you guys appreciate these gameplays. I hope you pick up some good tips from it. Once again, I'm not the best man player out there. I post all my losses. I post all my wins so you can see firsthand. I figured I'd jump into a play now game just to go ahead and get my feet a little bit more wet in this book, just so I can have more confidence in it. And so far, I just really haven't settled in too much. I do like the gun bunch week, but I just think that my defense is really struggling right now because they don't have go-to blitzes. So thanks a lot for your support. Until next time.